Hey guys, how you doing? It's Andy Elliott. Today I'm here. I got Sean Pollard. He's from Sacramento, California. I got Mike. Mike's from Redding, California. And Mike just moved to Oklahoma, so he's actually in Wynnewood. He is next to, have you guys seen the Tiger King? Right, is that what it's called?
Yeah, the Tiger King with Joe Exotic.
Yeah, so
the Tigers are just right over a fence from where I'm staying, about 50
yeah,
yards.
so he literally is staying next door to the Tiger King. Okay, Tiger King's in jail, but the place where the Tiger King was at, that's his neighbor.
Oh,
that's pretty crazy.
And I drove past Jeff Lowe yesterday. He was coming in, and I saw him. You know, the guy with the do-rag and the
I haven't
hat.
seen it. I haven't seen it, but if you see the Tiger King, you might see Mike in there. Listen, let me tell you what we're going to do today. This is going to be cool. You guys are going to love this, okay? So we're going to do a 3-part series here, right? And what I have is, he has 18 years experience in sales. He has 23 years experience. We have 45 years between these two at this table. Andy picked 5 objections, which I folded them up, little pieces of paper. They were dying to see them. I'm not going to let them see it, okay? And these 5 objections right here, they are going to overcome these, all right? This is awesome. If you guys love live training, you guys are going to love this. Neither one of these knows what the other one's going to serve. It's going to be real simple though. So let's say Sean chooses one. He's going to serve it to him. He's going to have to overcome it. Okay. After he's done, he's going to serve it back to him, and then Sean's going to have to overcome it.
Ready for this?
We've got 5 objections here. All 5 of these, this is going to teach you with 45 years experience how to elevate your game. Tomorrow, we're going to do another one with 5 more objections, and then the next day, we're going to do another one with 5 objections, but it's going to be on the whiteboard negotiating. So the next 3 days are going to be killer. These guys are either going to get crushed or they're going to crush it. One or the other, okay? So let me move over, and let's have Sean go first. Sean, you draw and serve it to Mike.
Serve it to Mike.
And we don't have microphones, so you guys
All right,
got to
Mike.
speak up just a little bit.
You ready for this?
Let's go.
You're on the outside of the lot. After the test drive, I like this car, but there's 3 more on my list, and I want to take a look before I make a decision.
Okay, so hold on. So listen. So Sean says the situation is you guys are outside on the lot after a test drive. Cool?
Yeah.
Sean says, I like the car, but there are 3 more on my list that I want to look at before I make a decision. Go, Mike.
Oh, that's awesome. I'd like to get you a little bit more information. Also, too, I was checking the appointments this morning online. We have 2 other appointments from 2 of my other internet managers that are on this vehicle right now. We have an appointment coming within an hour from right now. So anyways, like again, I was talking to you on the test drive. This is a Toyota certified vehicle. Do you understand what that is?
Yeah.
Okay, so we have extended warranty that comes factory through Toyota. That's good at any Toyota in the whole United States. You get 12 months, 12,000 miles of comprehensive warranty, an 84-month, 100,000 mile powertrain warranty from the day you purchase it until the vehicle goes to 100,000 miles or it hits 84 months, plus 1 year roadside assistance. Plus this vehicle, I was checking before he got here, qualifies for incentivized financing rates through Toyota at 3.39%. What I'd like to do is just get you in for like 1 minute, and I can give you all the numbers, and so you have something to compare with. So would you like to come in real quick, and we can give you all the information so you could take that with you when you go home. You can make the best decision possible for you and your family.
Yeah, man, that'd be great.
All right.
Okay, all right, we got Mike. All right, let's flip it around. Mike, you run it back to Sean.
All right, Mike, let's go.
All right. So I didn't read it.
No, that's the old one.
Oh, did I give him another one?
Yep.
Oh, okay. I thought we were doing the same ones.
No, let's do the same one.
Oh, same one?
Yeah,
Okay.
same one.
Okay, so we're outside.
Okay.
And there's 3 vehicles, and you have to think of, there's 3 more vehicles that you need to go see. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so, all right, Mike, I appreciate that. So when you came in today, you had 3 vehicles that you had planned out from this dealership and 2 or 3 other stores, right?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. So maybe let me explain to you how we do things at our store. One, we take all the data that's available through algorithms and technology, just like when you did all your research. As a dealership, we do a bunch of research as well. One, we make sure that we price our vehicles to the #1 price in the market. So if you're comparing vehicles like this one here that you test drove with me, are they the same type of vehicles? Trucks, mileage, same year's mileage and things like that?
Well, they're not all exactly the same miles. The one had about 6,000 more miles. And you have the color I want. The other one's a black one, and I really don't want that in a hot climate. But the one you have is the color I've been looking for. The other one's a little bit cheaper, but you know, I do like the one you have. I mean, it fits everything I'm looking for, but I'm also looking for a great deal too.
Wonderful. Well, I'm glad that you asked or mentioned the great deal. So with our pricing and everything that we do with market-based pricing, we're going to be the most priced market in the region. We have a 128-point inspection with our vehicles. That's very important for someone like you to know what you're buying. It's not what you can just see is fixed, but what you cannot see is fixed as well. And if you have 5 minutes, let's go inside and we'll write up a proposal. That way you truly have figures that you can look at later on this afternoon, or when you get done looking at these other vehicles. You'll have some figures to compare. Fair enough?
Fair enough.
Right on, right this way.
Okay, now check this out. Now I want to say something with these guys. Now if somebody says they got 3 more cars to look at, right? If somebody says they got 3 more cars to look at, what is a great thing to say? Let me ask you a question. Let's say that you checked my car out and you just went and checked all these other 3 cars out. What will be the deciding factor? What will make you purchase one of them? What would that be, Sean?
The amenities, the options of the vehicle.
Wonderful. And most of the trucks you're looking at, right, that you're going to leave, have the same amenities of this one, am I right?
Yes.
So what will be the determining factor? Look, let's just say you don't buy a car today. And let's say over the next 3 days you get a chance to look at all these 3 vehicles and mine, right? What would a dealership had to have done that would have led to the determining factor of what would have had pushed you to make a decision? What would that have been? If they were all the same, what would it have been? What would the dealership had to have done?
It would have to be affordable. It would have to be affordable. You know, I have a budget.
Okay, so what you're saying is this car does fit everything you want.
Yes.
You just need to be sure that it'll fit the budget.
Yep.
Am I right?
That's correct.
So other than the budget, there's nothing that would be stopping you from purchasing this truck today. Am I right?
That is correct. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let me show you how I can make this affordable. Is that fair?
Absolutely.
Okay. That is how I would handle it. Let's assume that you looked at the other 3 and you saw mine today and you liked them all the same. What would have been the determining factor when you did purchase that the dealership would have had done that would have had made you said, that is why I purchased it? What would that have been? What do you think it would be? And guess what? That right there allows the customer to expose something that we probably none of us were aware of yet. Would you agree?
Yes.
Yeah.
Sneaky, sneaky.
Yep.
Okay, that's a good one. All right, let's go to the next one. And I just had to jump in because that's the old trick tactic that I used to pull.
I love it.
Okay, instead of telling them like how much greater my car is, I would say, well, let's just say that they were all the same. What would the dealership would have done that would have made you go over the line to purchase the one you would have purchased? What do you think that would have been? And then when they tell me that, then I'm saying, well, then so you're just saying if I need to take care of that, then we're good.
Yep.
And most of the time they'll fall into that. Go ahead, Mike.
All
What's it say?
right, we're out on the lot.
Lot objection.
And I need to know what I'm going to get for my car before we go do anything.
I need to know what I'm getting for my trade-in
Trade-in.
before I do anything
Trade-in,
else.
Yeah.
Okay.
Before we do
Out on the
anything.
lot. Guy says I'm not going inside till I know what my trade-in is
Okay.
worth.
So have we looked at the vehicle?
Yep.
Looked at the vehicle. We come back from a test drive. You're great. I'm not doing anything until we get figures on my trade.
Yep.
Okay. That's a tough one.
That's
That's a good one. All right.
You
So,
got it.
Mike, one of the things that we pride ourselves on is having all the crucial areas that people like yourself or someone who's buying a car would concern themselves with. One being the trade, price of the car, the type of vehicles that we put on our lot to sell, right? So most importantly, it all comes down to, for you, you're getting you the right figures for your trade, but for most of my clients, I find that it's also within the budget and payment that they want to be at. With 2 minutes, come on inside, I'll have my used car manager come out, appraise your vehicle, we'll go inside, we'll get all the figures worked up so you know exactly where you are, and I'll let my used car manager know that the number one thing we need to tackle and address first is your trade-in, so just follow me inside and we'll get all the figures drawn up for you, okay?
Okay.
Okay. Let's serve it back. Flip it back around. Okay.
Mike, I'm not going in, man, until you just tell me what's my trade worth.
Okay, well, here at Lithia Toyota, we're at Kelly Blue Book Instant Cash Offer. We are one of the partners with Kelly Blue Book, and we do a Kelly Blue Book trade offer through Kelly Blue Book themselves. They actually make you the offer directly. That's the very first thing we're going to address. I wouldn't expect you to buy my vehicle if I didn't give you a price that you were happy with your vehicle. And so we're going to go over this together. I'm going to show you everything. You're going to sit on the computer with me. We're going to, it literally puts the offers to you, and it doesn't come from the dealership. Now, it may not be exactly what you want, and that'd be up to my manager at that point to step up if you want a little more for your trade, but it's the most transparent way of doing business. Kelley Blue Book makes you this offer. It's backed by Kelley Blue Book.
Okay.
Kelley Blue Book is the most well-respected resource of what a vehicle's worth is in the market.
Right.
So we're going to do that together.
And take care of it?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, so check this out. And I want you guys to do this. In the comments below, you got Mike, you got Sean, okay? At the end of this, I want you guys to put in the comments below, right, who you think's crushing it and who you think's getting crushed.
Here we go.
I want to tell you
Here we go.
something.
Competition.
Listen, this right here, and by the way, this is what it's like in a live seminar when we train together, okay? This is just a tiny taste of it. But this, everything you want in life is right on the other side of being uncomfortable. Get comfortable being uncomfortable and you will rise straight to the top, okay? But I would like to tell you guys this. So he says, hey, I want to know what I'm getting for my trade-in before I do anything. Well, number one, Mr. Customer, look, our dealership has actually became number one for one reason. Can you guess what it is?
Yeah.
By becoming high in all the critical areas that are important in your family. Do you know what that means? That means being high in the trade cycle. Our dealership is great at that. We're not a museum. We don't buy these cars to keep them. We buy them to sell them, okay? We understand the trade cycle very well, actually better than our competitors. With that being said, if that's the only thing that's holding you back from purchasing, as long as that number's right, you would be happy. Would you agree?
Agree.
Great. Follow me inside. I'll make sure I get that taken care of.
Crushed it.
Bam. I'm done. Well, no, I'm just telling you, like, I'm done. I'm not going to talk about anything else. I'm just going to handle it like that. And guess what? That's tattooed on his heart to say. So anytime that comes up, I'm like, bam, I just serve it to you.
I love it.
And guess what? What I want you guys to find with what you're getting from all of us here is what do you like to say, and choose a word track, write it down with the spiral notebook, and that's what you'll use.
Own it.
Let's do the next one. Do the next
All
one.
right, you ready, Mike? During negotiations, I'm out of time and it's getting late, so I'll get back with you tomorrow.
Okay,
So
check
we're
this
in-
out. Yeah, so now we're inside, okay? This is during negotiations, right? So let's say that there's a piece of paper here. He's reviewing it, right? This is the proposal Mike gave him. And he says, you know what? You know, it's 8:30 at night. I'm out of time. You know what? We're just going to get back with you tomorrow.
All
Come
right.
on, Mikey, Mike. Take it over.
Okay, so I understand you've been here for a little while now. You know, if you give me just a couple more minutes, you know, I'd just like to make it a, you know, an offer that you can't refuse. Like, let me go talk to my manager and I'll be right back. So I come back and I said, well, we looked at the figures here, and I understand that you want to think about it. You know, he said he's all in on all the numbers. So can you give me a reason why you're looking at leaving right now? Is it the payment? Is it the price?
I'm out
Is
of
it your
time.
trade?
I'm out of time.
Just out of time.
It's late.
Yeah.
8:30.
You're out of time.
I see
Okay.
salesmen packing up and leaving. It's late in the night.
That's
I mean, it's a cue for me to
Just gotta
probably
go.
pack up.
Okay, so you're out of time.
Late nighter.
So, and if I could get you in the finance in like 10, 15 minutes, what's gonna, you know, how come we can't get you for another 20 minutes? Why we have to, I mean, there's gotta be a reason that you're out of time.
Okay, let's switch it. Sean.
okay. So
Okay.
what is it? It's
So-
late and out of time.
That's a tough one.
No, it's not. That's not. This is very, very easy. But I'm going to tell you, you'll think about this tonight. You'll be like, gosh, that was easy, man. It's okay. When you're on the spot,
Mhm.
guess what? Sometimes it's hard to think.
Mhm.
That's the whole purpose of role playing.
Yeah.
Okay? Is catching yourself off guard. And this is how you test yourself, which everybody should be testing themselves right now to take themselves to the next level. So this is good, man. You'll think about it later and be like, damn it, that's not what I wanted to say. Don't worry about it. But here's the deal. So the objection was, Mike, you say to him, it's getting late. It's 8:30. I'm out of time. I'll get back with you tomorrow.
Okay.
Pencils on the desk.
Right here.
Yes.
Okay. All right, Mike. So basically, process took a little bit longer than expected, right? So you got to get going. Outside of the figures, the vehicle, myself, the dealership, Did I do anything wrong?
No.
No? Are the figures where they need to be for you to feel comfortable in buying the vehicle from our dealership?
Yeah, I mean, it's tired and I don't want to make a decision when I'm tired.
Okay. We've been here for 3 hours together. The decision that you've made, you've negotiated yourself a great deal. You know, what your time is worth to me, I have to be here. I understand you want to get going. Your time is very important to me. Here's what I'll do. If the figures work, you're willing to buy from me, I haven't done anything wrong, you love the vehicle, let me take this to my manager. I'll have you in finance in 10 minutes. I'll have you out of here in 30 minutes. Okay? Is that fair enough?
That's fair enough.
All right.
Okay, so let's do this real quick. So it's late in the afternoon. So what are some things that we know?
Yeah.
We know that it's late in the afternoon.
Yes.
Okay. Who came in late in the afternoon?
The customer.
The customer did,
Yeah.
which
Yeah.
means what? They're busy.
Yeah. More
Well,
complex.
the first thing that I would say is obviously, Mike, Sean, you're a busy man, because 99% of our clientele come in earlier in the day where they have a lot of time. You're the rare 1% where you seem like you're extremely busy. Am I right or wrong?
Yeah.
Do you have a lot of free time in the day?
No.
Right. So your time is very important to you. I'm not going to ask how much you make an hour, but I told you if I took a pen and a piece of paper and I set it down and I was to ask you how much your time is worth to you, it'd probably be a big number. Why? Because we can get all the money we want. We can never get more time. Would you agree?
Yeah, absolutely.
And if you're saying other than time, the deal's right. Is that right?
Yep.
Here's what I'd like to do. The time that it would take for you to come back tomorrow and redo this again because you're a late riser, early riser, you're a busy man, guess what? You giving up more time to do something you're okay with doing now, do you think it would take more time than the 30 minutes it would take for you to do this right
Oh, yeah.
now, tomorrow?
I would.
Okay, so I have 30 minutes on this hand, and I have 2.5 more hours of tomorrow. It's the same deal. If time's really an issue, wouldn't it make more sense to take the 30 minutes right now?
Yeah, you're right.
That's it. If it's a time issue, am I right?
That's right.
How much time does it take him to leave? A lot of time.
To get home.
So
Yeah.
to say that time is as big as issue, wow.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad you said that. Let's look at the time teeter-totter here,
Mm-hmm.
right? It's a good
Nice,
one, isn't
I
it?
like that. That was a good one.
Come on, man. Let's do another one. Are those objection lists growing? I had 5 when I started. All right, guys. Listen, remember this.
This one already did.
Okay, this one we just did. We got 2 more on the table. Okay? 2 more on the table. Let's see what we got.
I appreciate your number, but
So this is during negotiations.
during negotiations.
Yeah, during negotiations, we
I-
got a piece of paper right here on the table. The
Okay.
numbers are on the table.
So during negotiations, I appreciate your number, but I'm gonna have to think about it to keep looking around. The numbers look great, but I just want to make sure I'm making the right choice.
Yeah, love the deal. Love the deal.
Okay.
You know what? We're gonna look around at a couple more just to make sure we're making the right choice.
Great. Okay. Well, I'd like to start out and apologize for not explaining earlier in our process how we price our vehicles. Okay. So in our area, in the area with the internet and everything we have with technology, right? We go and we pay a lot of money for software and technology to be able to go out into the open, into the market, and find out the best priced vehicles and where those vehicles are priced at for our customers. We don't like doing things where we negotiate from $3,000, $4,000 high, and we negotiate back and forth on what we, from my manager to that guy behind that door, right? So we set the best price for you, okay? And we spend a lot of money and time to make sure that you get the best price as our customer, because you're the most important thing to us. We don't want to earn just one car deal. We want to earn your repeat and referral business for the rest of the time that you're buying cars. We want you to send your friends to us to buy cars, and that's a peace of mind that you get with buying a car from our dealership, and you get me. So let's wrap this up and let's make a deal, okay? You have my word, we'll get the best price.
Okay, all right, let's read this off again, okay? Right? I want to keep looking around. The numbers look great, but I want to make sure I'm making the right choice.
Right choice. Not about price, the choice of car.
It's okay.
Yeah.
No,
Right,
just
right
the
choice.
right choice. The numbers look great. I love the car. I want to make sure I'm making the right choice. This is a time where at the table,
Got it.
people get a little cold sometimes. Am I right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's cold on you. Take him down, Mike.
Let's do it.
So you saying that, you know what that makes you? A perfectly normal human being. And I want to tell you something. So Here at my store, we do what's called market-based pricing. You know what that is?
No.
Okay, so what we do is we have a very expensive computer program that takes your major websites. We're talking about Car Gurus, Cars, Auto Trader, and we go out usually within 100 miles, and even sometimes up to 500 miles, depending how rare the vehicle is. And this tool looks at like vehicles in our market and prices it to be aggressive to market. We have it set for profiles to be 85% to market. It means, according to what my notes said on this vehicle before we even saw you today, before you made the appointment with me, we're 15% below fair market value on this vehicle. Also, too, again, you're on a Toyota certified. Or some of these other vehicles you're looking at, I know there's not another Toyota certified dealer until you get to Sacramento. You're 160 miles from there. So if you're looking at another Toyota, this does not come with extended warranty, 160 point inspection. It has none of that. Also, I was looking at the appointment schedule. This vehicle's hot. I got 4 guys that want to sell this over the next 2 days. It's probably not going to last. This is a 24-hour vehicle. So can we get your business tonight?
Okay, so listen, I want you to listen to both these guys, and I want you to listen to the words that the customers say very closely. The words.
It's the same thing, huh?
No. The words are, the numbers look great. How many times has a customer told you, well, numbers look fine, okay? Let us look around at a couple more and make sure we're making the right choice.
Payments then, you're talking about payment.
It's not a payment deal. You know what this is? This is time to compliment your customer, okay? They want to make sure they're making the right choice. Well, first of all, I want to tell you this, okay? What we've learned 5 years ago, people used to have to go to 5 dealerships before they made the right choice purchasing a vehicle. Today's statistics,
1.2.
1.2. You know what that means? How many people visit how many stores before they purchase? 1 store. 1 store. That's it. Now, because you guys with technology, you don't have to be tech savvy to know, and I don't have to know this, but to know that since I've met you, I know that you did some research before you came in. You already made the choice before you came in. You just had to get here, touch it, feel it, smell it, make sure you love the car, and then when you got here, you would do what? Decide if it was the right one to take home. Let me ask you this question. Since you already made that choice before you came in here, can you picture this car sitting in your driveway? Yes or no? Forget about money, forget about everything else.
Yeah.
With that being said, you already said you were fine with the numbers, right?
Yeah, got it.
Let's do business. That's it. Listen to the words that people say. It's so important. I always say this, your customers will say something, and salespeople, we try to tend to go off on a different track. Say what they say, and just take that word, and then crush it. Remember, the funnel's right here, okay? So we want to keep them in that funnel and not take them out here. You know what I'm saying? I said that I wanted to leave and make sure I was making the right choice. You know what I'm saying? I didn't say anything about shopping and looking at different cars or anything like that. Now, I like the fact that you were like, hey, we have certified, there's not another one for 160 miles. I don't know where else you would go to find that. That means scarcity. That means if you're finding another car, you're not going to be able to compete with ours. Apples to oranges.
Take away clothes with other people going to be on.
Yeah. But that was good, but we didn't even have to go there. What I would rather use is the takeaway close for secondary closing, which means we do think we're making the right choice. We can see it sitting in our driveway, but at the end of the day, Andy, it feels a little bit uncomfortable for us to make this choice right now. At least let us leave, and we'll get back with you. Am I right? Something at that point is stewing around in the deal that they're not okay with, or one of them isn't for sure the other one is okay with the deal.
Yeah.
Am I right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's why we have to be the problem solver. We have to figure it out. And then you could say at that point, listen, bottom line, at the end of the day, I know that you guys obviously are a couple, and I'm just saying, I can say, you got man and woman here, you guys are a couple, and I'm grateful that you are here. She's going to be driving the car. I know that. Now, as a split decision as a family, I know that you'll both be participating in the payment, that this is a household purchase, but she will be ultimately driving it. I saw the way she smiled when she drove it. I saw the way that she loved the vehicle. I want to ask this: is there any reason why she wouldn't be allowed to purchase this car if she absolutely loved it?
Strong. That's strong.
And then, man, is this the vehicle that you felt like when you're envisioning a new car, or even though it's pre-owned, it's new to you, right? You wanted it to drive, feel, and with that being said, we've made the right choice. And I know that the last time you bought a car was probably whenever people visited more places. So we're creatures of habit, right?
Yeah.
So we want to do what we did before. But because of technology and stuff, we don't have to do that anymore. Does that make sense? Do you remember when you had to go to Walmart and buy your groceries and you had to go inside and go through Sam's and it took 3 hours to get all your groceries? But now they deliver it to your house. You don't have to go through Sam's anymore. I know you want to. I know you want to, but you don't have to. What if there was an easier way? What if this is the easy way? You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We're creatures of habit.
Yep.
Okay? We can break those habits for better habits. Would you agree? That's what you got to do. You have to be able to talk to people. You have to talk them down off the cliff from jumping off to the leave cycle. You know what I'm saying? And this is how I do it. We're all different. You can take all what all of us said, and you guys on the other end can take this, and it will help you make more money.
Well, I mean, the one thing I would bring up, and this was her vehicle, that better have been something you've been curtailing your whole sales thing to begin with. I always ask, who's the lucky one today?
Yeah.
If it was a fresh up. I mean, I hadn't dealt with fresh ups in a
Sure,
long time.
but even if it's an appointment, you still ask who's the lucky one.
Yeah, so
You know, people-
but you want to talk to her, like, primarily. If you start talking to the man, you're a man, that could get you in a lot of trouble.
Well, I like talking to everybody. See, me,
Yeah.
I make everybody feel important because I believe the number one thing that customers want to do is feel significant. They want to feel like they're the most important thing in front of us. And I believe that most salespeople lose focus by distractions of something going on with another salesperson, right?
Yep.
Something going on in their phone. Look, all I'm going to tell you, you look over and you see a salesman on your phone when he's selling a car, and he may just be checking his text messages.
Yeah.
But at that point, the customer looks for 1 second and realizes they're not the number one most important thing to you. That right there could be a reason why they leave.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, we got the last one, guys, and then we're finishing this up. And let me read it off, and then I'll let you guys roll. Okay?
Dude, totally missed that one. Choice. I was like, went right into price.
Choice. It's okay. Listen,
Come
we
on.
got it.
Come
This
on.
right here, look, and I'm going to tell you this. This costs us nothing.
No.
But you guys out there, you can learn to go to the next level by thinking, man, something he said I don't like, something he said I like. Something I say you don't like, something that I say you like, something that Sean says you don't like, something that Sean says that you like. Whatever it is, you have a lot of experience right here. You can take what we're talking about and you can prepare yourself to get ready for objections that are always going to come. Find the word track, tattoo it on your heart, be ready to overcome. Okay? All right, so during negotiations, we've got, again, another piece of paper here on the table. That means numbers have been displayed, okay? During negotiations, I need to go get something to eat and I'll get back with you. Mike? You go first. Hey, he says, I need to go get something to eat and I'll get back with you.
I'm hungry, man.
Well, you know, we have a great snack machine here. We also keep some food in our over in our parts department. What can I get you? Like we got burritos, we got pizzas. You know, and we only need about 10 more minutes to get you in finance. We have a busy store right now. It's going to get backed up. If you leave, you're going to go to the back of the line. You know, we wouldn't want you to leave and come back, and then also too, I was just talking to Trevor, he's one of our other internet managers. He was on a test drive earlier with this vehicle. They're out to lunch discussing this as we're talking right now. It's first come, first serve here. We don't reserve vehicles for anybody. So if you leave, there's a possibility of two things happening. You come back, it's still for sale. There's 6 people writing up right now. I want to get you in finance. And you know, you like the numbers, you like the vehicle, right?
I love it, yeah.
Okay, you love it. Everything looks good. We have the right price and payment, and your terms are good. So we're not missing anything. I might get you in finance in the next 10 minutes because I got 5 guys over there writing up to you. You're 6 of 6 people writing up in here right now. That we only have 3 finance managers. That's going to put you in the back of the line. It takes 2 hours to get in finance. I want to get you in, get you out, and get you on your way. Oh, I can get you some snacks. I keep money in my locker. I'll get you something to eat.
Okay.
Cool.
Okay. Sean, you go.
Okay.
Okay? We say to Sean, I'm hungry. We'll get back with you.
Great. You're hungry. Okay. What's your
Gonna go get something to eat.
What's your favorite meal as a kid growing up?
What's my favorite meal?
Yeah, what was it? Mine was Pop-Tarts. My mom never let me have sugar in his Pop-Tarts.
Kid growing up, I like Philly cheesesteaks. That's what I like now.
Cheesesteaks?
Yeah.
How about now? So cheesesteaks?
Well, I wasn't eating cheesesteaks when I was a kid. I don't remember what I even like. The hamburger, I guess.
Yeah?
Hamburger hot dogs.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're a Philly cheesesteak guy
Yeah.
now?
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a great Philly cheesesteak joint like 20 minutes from there. It's a great place. Anyways, are the figures where we need to be?
Yeah.
We're on the right car.
Yeah, deal's right.
We're good.
Yeah.
Just start.
Like me.
Start.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just hungry.
Here's what I'll do, man. Let me order us some Philly cheesesteaks together and break bread. I'm gonna get you into finance. Everything's good to go. Then I'll just have the food brought here for us, right? And we'll just we'll eat here or we'll eat in finance. But we'll make sure we have a great area to eat in and everything's kosher. But we're gonna get you into finance so we don't have to wait another hour and a half. Okay? Fair
Yeah.
enough?
Sure.
Cool, brother. Let's do it. I'll order right now.
Okay, so those are both great things. Both great things. Mike said right here, I got food, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna feed you. Let's get you in the box. If not, this line's gonna get long and you're gonna come back and then you're gonna be here for a really long time.
Yeah.
Okay? He said, what's your favorite food? I know a great place that has that food. If you're okay with the deal and food's the only thing that's holding you back, let me buy the food. You guys go ahead and start wrapping up everything. I'll get the food order right now. Am I right?
Yep.
Look, bottom line, both of them are dead right. You don't want to let somebody leave. I can ask this question. Let me ask you this. Have you ever made, and I'm just going to say this, have you ever made a decision before when you were hungry?
Yeah.
We're saying use grocery shop while you're hungry.
No, we all have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Listen, let me tell you.
Grocery shop. That's a good. One.
Yeah.
No, but I'm just telling you, everybody has.
Mm-hmm.
At the end of the day, when somebody says that they're hungry and they want to go get something to eat, they are trying to leave because they don't want to make a decision, because they feel like they're about to go into the finance office and they're this close.
Yeah. Right.
How close are they?
They're right on it.
They're this close. Look, this little tiny piece of paper is how thin the line is between them signing that piece of paper and leaving.
Yeah.
And the only thing that they can think of is they're hungry. I'm hungry is the worst excuse in the world. But if you say, I'm going to go get my manager, give me a second, you're screwed. Salespeople have to be able to handle this on their own.
Yeah.
And the best way to handle it is this. You got a family, you got people there, you know what I'm saying? I mean, in my store, I would say, hey, look, bottom line is, if you're saying that the deal's right, and if you had just eaten, and you were full, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're doing it.
Would we be doing it?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so let's do it,
Mm-hmm.
and then guess what? I'll get the food coming,
Yeah.
we do the deal, and we're done. And if they say, no, we don't want to do that, we don't want to eat here. Okay, when someone says that they're hungry, and then I offer to feed them,
Yeah. Yeah. No.
and then they want to still leave, it doesn't mean that they're hungry, it means that there's something wrong with the deal.
Something wrong with the deal. The numbers, payment, down payment.
What is it?
Price.
What is it with the deal that you're not okay with?
Yeah. You gotta get that objection out.
Get them to spit it out now.
You're done.
Okay, I just want to tell you, once you offer them food, if they say no, we just want to go eat and then we'll come back, say, listen, no, I got you. I'm buying lunch, you can't talk me out of it. Have you ever tried to fight, my wife's dad, I try to fight him for the bill every time. Guess what? Don't
Just
fight
not.
me for the bill.
Yeah.
Don't fight
Stop.
me for the bill. I'm buying them.
Mhm.
Okay? So if you want to sign here, right, I'm going to get a separate sheet of paper, write down what you guys want, and I'll get that handled.
Right
Now
on.
watch this. If he says, no, well, that's really not what we want to do, then the deal is it's not about being full or not full.
Mhm.
It's not about being hungry or being stuffed. What it's about is you're not okay with something here.
Yeah.
Would you please be as kind to tell me what it is?
Yeah.
And at that point, you have to extract that. Because if you don't extract that, guess what's going to happen?
You're gonna buy from another store.
They're not going to tell you what the problem is, and then you're going to leave, and you're going to be texting them 100 times, and guess what?
Yeah.
They're never going to respond. They're never going to come back, and someone else, somewhere else will have got an easy sell
Yeah.
because you set it up perfect, but you let them leave at something simple like this. So guys, that's it, man. I think these two did a great job, and like I said, we're going to run 3 more of these. It's going to be, and we're going to shoot them all now, but we're going to release them Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. These guys just went through the grinder, okay?
There you go, baby.
And
5
guess what?
more.
I wouldn't let them
5 more.
peek at the objections before we went to it. We got more, so stay tuned. We'll see you tomorrow, guys.
I love it. Take care, everybody.